Now, we've been chatting over the last few days about Mark Zuckerberg and his refusal to follow in Twitter's move and ban or label Trump posts that many had viewed as either inciting violence, racism. Now, yesterday, as we mentioned, workers staged a virtual walkout during Blackout Tuesday over his move. I want to chat about this a little bit more with Yahoo Finance's tech expert. You like what I did there? Dan Howley. Hey, Dan.
I like that a lot. Yeah. And, this is basically a continuation of what we've seen from Facebook, from social media in general. Mark Zuckerberg basically just sticking to his guns and saying, we are not going to take down President Trump's comment. In fact, according to the New York Times, he spoke on the phone with President Trump and said, I find what you said derogatory or inflammatory, and just decided to keep it up regardless. And this is after receiving several comments from employees at Facebook, that virtual walkout, people saying that they highly disagree with what Mark Zuckerberg has decided here, that he shouldn't allow such language to remain on the network, and follows obviously Twitter's decision to put up a banner saying this goes directly against our own terms of service. And it's worth pointing out, this goes against Facebook's terms of service too. It's not that it's not there. It's just that Mark Zuckerberg decided that this deserves to stay. Meanwhile, Twitter made the determination that it is going to go forward and continue to monitor comments from the likes of President Trump. It won't be able to get to every tweet. So that's basically a comment on people saying, well, if you're going to monitor Trump's tweets, you have to monitor everyone else's. But realistically, that's not something that's tenable. And Trump has a larger platform because he is the president. So naturally, he can hit more people. They want to be able to monitor that.
So Dan, I want to ask you about Snap in just a second, but I mean, how badly is this hurting Facebook, do you think, in the long run, and their brand and their image? I'm looking at the stock right now. I mean, it's down 1%. This seems to be a stock that investors love no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, look, we saw the Cambridge Analytica drop right after that kind of controversy, and then Facebook just went right back to normal. And it seems as though unless we start to see people leave Facebook or start using Facebook less. Now they count monthly active users. If you start to use Facebook less, advertisers will in turn see that, and that's when the stock starts to take a hit. But advertisers are not seeing that. They still continue to see growth. Don't forget, there's Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp. And Instagram is basically the golden goose at this point. If they can try to get some kind of revenue out of WhatsApp through ads, which they have flirted with, that could also be a huge revenue generator for them. But as far as Snap goes, they're basically saying we're no longer going to promote the president in our Discover module, but we will still allow his snaps to remain. And then obviously there's been the pushback on that, saying that they're trying to interfere from the Trump camp, saying that Snapchat is trying to interfere in the 2020 election. But I mean, it doesn't really seem that way. They're simply ensuring that what they see as a community standard is upheld.
All right, I'm going to be honest, Dan. I didn't even know that the president had a Snapchat account until today. But thank you so much. Our local tech expert, Dan Howley. Thanks so much.
Hey, investors. Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.